Right, so in the sack today we've got crisps. Sorry about that, Mr. Larson. We have got some sandwiches and we've got water. So we're going to go out for our hour and a half, 2-hour exercise and dog walk. Going to take a slightly different route today, you'll be glad to hear. Kind of thought about it yesterday. Just going to the same place time and time again gets a bit boring after a while.
Need my scarf, do I?
No, I don't think so. Ooh, steady on there, boy. Right, okay. Let's fire this thing up. Should have a full battery. And here we go. Right, so we're heading out a slightly different route this morning. It's about 20 to 10. We're a bit later than we normally are. I tell you, these walks are really sorting me out. I tell you, I'm being found out because we're doing quite a lot of walking. I'm not used to walking this far, not anymore anyway. Anyway, yeah. So we're going to take a different route today. We're going to be going down out of our street, down the path. Excuse me a minute, got an itchy nose. Over Beechcroft Road, then up the path, across Merton Fields, across Cricklade Road, and then into Seven Fields near Penn Hill where my friend Tom lives. Tom's not very well at the moment. I was reading his comment. Thanks for your comment, Tom, on my last video, mate. Seems like he's got some kind of, perhaps, some issues regarding possible coronavirus, aches and pains, that kind of thing. So you're doing the right thing, Tom, by self-isolating. Get well soon, mate.
List for DIY, that's fine.
All right.
Give me a list, that's what I think.
Oh, I've done it.
Oh, he's done it.
Pretty much. I even cut the grass yesterday.
Oh, no, he has been good. The conservatories are all cleaned. The gutterings have been
Oh, I
done,
did that,
the
yeah.
bins have been
I haven't done my main guttering up top though. I've done the
cleaned.
conservatory.
He did it all.
And I did a bit out the front. I can't get up the top because I ain't got a ladder high enough.
Well, if you want to borrow ours, it's in the garage. It's a 3-story, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Aluminium one if you want to borrow it.
Well, I might pop round and go and grab it then.
So, yeah, we're number 10, you know, with the
Yeah.
with the caravan out. Yes,
Yeah.
But I didn't see Sandy last night. Usually we're all out clapping last night. I never see him last night.
Yeah, I was out last night clapping.
Yeah, I never see him. I usually see Matt, see him both, and I didn't see him last night, which is unusual. You know, because Anne's a carer as well, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah. Well, I work at the hospital, but obviously I've got a broken shoulder. I'm not working at the moment.
Oh, I couldn't see. I'm seeing again.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How did
Well, I shot it coming.
Yeah, in your dreams, mate. I always think you've got to sleep sometime.
There we go. I think I'll just take you in here. It's called Millennium Park. It's just a bit of a place what the local sort of town have done, as it were. Been here a while now. There's a kind of a picture of a pupae, a caterpillar kind of thing, and as you kind of go around, the park itself progresses into a chrysalis, pupae into a chrysalis, then goes from a chrysalis into a full-blown butterfly. So yeah, they put some effort into it, some thought. It's been here a while now, a good 15 years or more. It's dragging me through here by the look of it. At least I don't have to touch the gate that way. Right. Okay, so we're just leaving Merton Fields. We're gonna head on down Cricklade Road up near Penn Hill. Right, we're now just heading into the Penn Hill estate. This what can I say about Penn Hill without offending my friend Tom? Board here. Welcome to, I won't touch it. Welcome to Seven Fields local nature reserve. Seven Fields was designated local nature reserve (LNR) by Swindon Borough Council in 1995. This is a site continues to be managed by Swindon Borough Council Ranger Team in partnership with Seven Fields Conservation Group. There's a bit more information about it there. A bit more down there. We've got greater spotted woodpecker, which I heard earlier. He's up there somewhere. Different species of plants. One thing or another, trees, and it's nice. It's nice little place to be.
Not very clear though.
No, it needs a bit smoked over, isn't it? It needs to be changed and whatever. But anyway, we are along here somewhere. Doesn't say. Anyway, you've got different places where you go. Basically, I think we're probably around about here somewhere. I think somewhere. Yeah, so we come up this way from there. So we go to the end and then we're going to go back again and back home. Home's over here somewhere, basically. Yeah, here we go. Just an idea of where we are, pretty much. Yeah, carry on down that way. You know, Swindon has got some nice little areas, little green areas, which are quite pleasant to walk in. You know, you can hear bird song just behind me. There was a woodpecker pecking away. You know, kind of not in the middle of town, but to the north side of Swindon. You think you'd normally hear that, you know, out in the woods somewhere in the forest, but no, it's right here. Quite wonderful, and there's very mature trees as well. So we're going to be walking down this path for probably, well, you know, it'll take us over half an hour to get to the other end of it. Literally, it's a couple of miles long. I don't think we'll be able to walk all of it, but we'll find a spot somewhere and have a seat, sit down, have a drink, and have a sandwich. Yeah. There we go, the old dog's taking himself off into the woods. I think I'll follow suit. Nice little track through the woods here. There we go. There we go. Can't hear any town noise. No cars, no sirens, no airplanes overhead. All you hear is pigeons and the chiff-chaff. Right, we just stopped off at this little location. We're going to sit ourselves down and get ourselves, I would say, a nice cup of tea, but unfortunately we can't really do that because I take sugar and she doesn't. Same in coffee as well. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to just have a sup of water, perhaps a bag of crisps or something, and then carry on down for a bit further and make our way back home again. What's he up to? Nice spot though. Yeah, it's really quite nice around here. I don't come down here often enough. Yeah. Lots of blackthorn around, and pleasantly surprised how nice it is down here.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be like this.
Yeah, well, it's sort of in the middle of the town almost. Quite amazing, really. Nice places. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing some more arty stuff a bit later, probably today if I get a chance. I've got some material at home. I'm going to try and get something in my foot. Hang on a sec. Yeah, I'm going to try and do something with what I've got. Also made a listing on Etsy. It's a website where you can basically, you know, it's all about handmade stuff. You know, like what I've done pretty much. Also what I think I'll do, expanding it somewhat. I think I will chance my arm and perhaps go to 1 or 2 craft fairs, you know, get a bit of a portfolio of exhibits which I can make out of, you know, wood and bits and pieces, just to try and bring the kind of the outside, you know, inside into people's homes. So I think I'll do that. Also, I think there's scope for it, you know, for selling stuff when when COVID-19 has all kind of gone and passed, whenever that's going to be. God knows what kind of a world we're going to be living in then. There's probably a chance I can go to Oxford and sell them, you know, just you know, with my peddler's license. I've got a peddler's license. I was selling cam caps last year. I only did it once, but I think I'm going to need, what I want to try and do is transition away from the taxis, because that is killing me, you know. And I've got my licenses coming up. I've got to get my car MOT'd. I've got to buy a new car at some point. I don't really know if I really want to be doing that anymore. I'd much rather sell the business, you know, for what I can get, clear some of my debts, and then just kind of start afresh and try and reinvent myself, you know, a bit like what my brother's done, you know, very successfully, may I add. So hats off to him, cam caps off to him. You know, but I've tried these things in. Oh, there's a squirrel. Hey, he's seen it. Doc saw a squirrel then and chasing after it. Yeah, so that's what I want to try and do. You know, I want to try and make some stuff, sell some stuff out of natural things. I don't want to be plastering, you know, lights on it and sparkly things and stuff like that. I want to keep it natural, you know, naked, as it were, naked. Anyway, we're back on Pond Street, and we're heading towards an old village called Hayden, which actually has been swallowed up by Swindon now, because Swindon's kind of grown. Sorry.
Thank you very
How
much.
are you?
Cheers.
Morning. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Didn't see them there. Yeah, so we're heading towards Hayden, another part of Swindon. It used to be a village on its own. There's a robin round here somewhere, but it's been swallowed up where Swindon's kind of grown, and it's just kind of taken it over, really. So yeah. Yesterday I went over Stanton and managed to get myself a nice piece of wood. I've cleaned it up. Spent some of yesterday doing that. I've also got another nice bit of wood there as well. This one here is quite old. You can see all the rings around it. It's about 80 years old, that one. About 80 years old. But anyway, I'm going to try and make something nice of it. I would like to put some boiled linseed oil on that, so it just soaks in and just kind of preserves it. But as I say, I'm having a bit of a problem getting the top off of that one. But what I've got some clear varnish, which I will use. Just kind of acts as a preservative, so it really locks things down, as it were. I'll say I'm not going to put any coloured varnish over it, because I want to try and keep it as natural as I possibly can. That's the whole idea of it, really, is to try and use the least amount of chemicals I possibly can use. But I need to use some on there just to preserve it, so things don't start falling off, like the bark around the edge. So as I say, I will be using a little bit of man-made materials, but I want to try and keep it as natural as I possibly can. So there we go. Yeah, and I'm just going to do the best I can with this. I should be wearing gloves, really, but you know what, I really can't be bothered. So it's just really going around the edge of it, and because because when it dries it will also act as a glue, and it will glue it all together for me. That's another reason why I'm using it. And yeah, I'm just using my time up, you know, in a good way, in a positive way, trying to reinvent myself, you know, because I have got a bit of a connection with nature. I think it's a good thing to do that, to connect back with nature, and you're taking something natural, you know, which is in its way, it has its own beauty, and what you're doing, you're preserving it and you're making it a feature. So I'm hoping when all this is dried and this process is finished, I can make something which is let's just say very pleasing to the eye. Pretty much finished clearing up the debris in the borders. I was just going along and admiring my handiwork and not really looking where I was going with me lawnmower, and I've been and run over it again, haven't I? I don't know, I'm just making more work for myself here. Anyway, I shall splice this up and get it back up and going in 5 or 10 minutes time. There we go, just a matter of just pulling it off like that and then separating them. There we go, like that. So I want to be making it about that length there, really. There we go. There we go. Right, hopefully. I need to go and switch the electric back on again because it's probably tripped out. I can get back on and finish off then. Right, the electric is back on. Hopefully it'll work. Whee! Right, I have these little butterflies. I've had them for about, God, must be 15 years or more, I think. I did have them perched up on the side here like that, but over time they just fall down, and there's another one down there, look. I got a few more than I thought I had. So what I'm going to do with them, instead of putting them up there, I think what I'll do, I'll drill some holes in the back of them going all the way through. Then I'm going to screw them up to the front of it there, I think. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7, so I need to try and do it in equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To going a bit further than that. Well, it might be okay actually. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. They're fairly light, only made of actually plaster of Paris, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very artistic, I think. Yeah, I've made use of something which has just been lying in the garden for years, and I sort of like yeah, looks all right. Bit wonky, some of them. Some of the holes are a bit big because I drilled them some time ago, and just placing them on there. Hopefully it won't come crashing down. I think I need to find a bigger one, screw for that one there. It will come off otherwise. So yeah, it looks all right. Looks okay. Pretty good. Cool. Stand back and have a look. Yeah, it looks quite nice. What if the wife will see that? Can't miss it really, can you? There we go. Yeah. Very nice. Very artistic.